as they rotate toward the turtle.
Another Sanguine Claws connecting onto Dare, and Kekedot is really low, uses the AOG to escape, but now Aurora, they're chasing after Demon Kite secures the turtle, and now they're looking for blood. Glorious Pathway already used as well, but Dare flickers in! They decide to take the battle out of the turret. Shizu though unfortunately falls, and Kite now gets a double kill.
Barrett's? What? So it's a Lucas jungle and a Barrett's EXP, right?
Oh my god, let's double down on traumatic heroes from tonight.
How good Harith is actually
He provides so much to a lineup, but just the same, the concept is there, the math checks out. Despite the Sicilian's dead zone right in front of him, we're foreseeing this to be a great and easy game for Yue and the rest of Aurora. Game number 2, match point for the new kids on the block in AP Bren. One more. This game win and they take the series.
It's almost a full melee lineup for AP Bren.
Yeah, full dive again. That's why we were thinking that they might even consider the Faramis, but at least they get a little bit more burst this time around, and burst that you can hit from a safe distance. Good control. And Kekedot actually is going to be the main point of this lineup alongside Dare, because they need to really time their entries and make sure that they can reach Kite or Yue later on.
All right, this might be a little safer, a little better for the Barats, because it is a flicker Barat. So he can position himself in a weird angle, and Detna's welcome, flicker, and then, you know, get the confirmed -1. So it makes sense.
Kind of the same with the way they play the Jawhead and the Badang. So there are still multiple ways for them to engage. The same kind of follow-up coming in from Chov Skirt. It's just that James Panks this time might want to join a bit more when they try to start the fights instead of like coming in late or being the main source of damage. It's still the same for the others mostly. It's just that James Panks kind of switched it up a bit.
The last time we saw a Barrett's EXP lane, what happened there was the Barrett's just kept leaving the EXP lane as much as he could. That was Lord JM, and committing into rotations into the mid lane so that they can get an easy 4-man advantage, surprising their opponents. And so far it looks like that's what they're planning right now. They actually want to give a little bit more farm to Dare through the mid lane alongside Chov Skirt.
Double laning on an XP laner. That's definitely going to get him to level 4, trying to secure this first turtle spawning upper quarter of the map. Aurora first to the scene. Kekedot getting pushed back by Edward.
Yue has poked down the members of AP Bren so well, but they still find their way towards Edward using the Vengeance, and there's the Detano's welcome, but he gets burst down by the Evil Queller. Now that's a 1-for-1 trade so far. Kekedot's really low, and Demon Kite secures the turtle, but they still want more. Renegade is going in, and Kekedot gets found by Yue.
Oh, down bottom, Demon Kite versus Shizu. Shizu's leaning hard into his early game advantage, especially underneath a Zaman force, and he's bullying the next standard right out the lane.
2 games that he did this now with this Harith against that Granger.
Oh, here comes Yue. Can he find him? Looking for the bite down. Doesn't find Shizu.
All right, the Sanguine Claws didn't connect, but that was a close call for Shizu. Props to him for being mindful enough, though. He's been doing this again, you mentioned it, 2 games in a row, but it's still not to the point wherein he gets too careless of his positioning and unaware of the map.
Yeah, you see, though, especially in the last sequence, how much Edward pulls attention away from Demon Kite. Because of him diving onto James Panks, it actually forced Dare to just look at where Edward was so that he can use his ultimate on the Phoveus, which meant the turtle was free for Aurora to take.
So far, Aurora stepping on the gas, finds one, Chov Skirt, forced out underneath that Glorious Pathway, revitalized by Kekedot, and a charged up Quella taking down Chove.
Yue has been on point with those Sanguine Claws. Every single time prior an objective, it's either he catches 2 and then gets to bring them down to half HP or less than whatever damage he dealt. That already means a lot to Aurora, and now it was just so... It's such perfect timing for them.
I mean, we did say earlier that Yue would be the happiest guy in this lineup right now.
Oh no, but they spot out Shizu. The flicker's already forced out, but Renegade is right there to block his path. Kekedot trying to defend this turret as well, but that's 4 members of Aurora, and they might just get almost all of the energy shields from that tier 1 bottom.
The Hitman making like the Wheelman, setting up the escape route for Aurora as they rotate toward the turtle.
Another Sanguine Claw
Edward.
connecting onto Dare, and Kekedot is really low, uses the AOG to escape, but now Aurora, they're chasing after Bren. Demon Kite secures the turtle, and now they're looking for blood. Shizu uses the Zaman Force to escape, but gets caught by the Sanguine Claws. Misses the second skill from Edward. But still, that's dominance from Aurora.
He ain't there anymore. He's gone. Alongside James Panks, who has to constantly put himself in the way of harm. Because that's the nature of this hero. Until he has the items to tank up, he's going to keep going down like Shizu underneath his own tier 1.
Aurora now stepping on the pedal of aggression. Renegade on point with the rotations. You again!
Kekedot doesn't feel too tanky, forces out the Revitalize, and they get to punish Edward. Unleash the beast coming in from James Panks. But still, US survives, but not for long. There's Chop Skirt with the Cursed Blast, and that's a 2-for-1 trade, but they lost James Panks.
All right. Under regular circumstances, that would have been a very messy push for Aurora, but they're able to get away with so much given how much they have been taking down AP Bren in the past minute. They're up by almost 4,000 gold, and lane per lane, I think they're all up, capable of, even they don't know.
Exactly.
It's possible, you're right, Brigida.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just waiting for everything to unfold, but as it's looking right now, still Aurora clearly in the lead, and unlike game number 1, they're much eager to convert objectives early on, so map control might be going into their hands a bit more early too.
Amazing lead, especially for gold lane. That's almost 2,000 gold between Dominkite and Shizu. And this time Dominkite ain't playing halfsies, man. He's rocking an early Sky Piercer.
You can just go ahead and snowball out of that. And again, I'm just going to be repeating the same problem for AP Bren. They can't reach Yue. They can't just send Kekedot to dive because, again, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of the line. Now, Aurora will get all turtles in this game. And AP Bren are just going to try to get resources elsewhere, try to get a push. Minion wave's not favorable up top, so they're looking towards the mid. They can commit one more heavy play to try.
Oh, there's the flicker Detona's welcome coming in from there, and the follow-up Avatar of the Guardian.
So
but Renegade cutting away or cutting off the members of AP Bren might just be enough for Aurora to find the counter engage.
Dear Lord, they threw everything but the kitchen sink, and only Edward fell. Aurora telling AP Bren, let's do it again.
It took them everything just to take down Edward. That's all the ultimates committed on the side of AP Bren just for that one guy. And again, we mentioned AP Bren can commit one more thing. Unfortunately, that one more thing didn't go so well for them. It was an EXP for jungler trade. Now they're at the point where their next engagements have to be a little bit more cautious. Looking at the items, he had to skip the Hunter Strike, did James Banks, wait straight into the War Axe. Already on the way to the Sad Sword is Demon Kite. Sicilian only has the glowing wand, surprisingly enough. He's really maximizing the crowd control he has. And in terms of the gold laner, only one item for Shizu, while already 3 for Dominkite.
Oh, that's the Detona's welcome used to escape from there. And this is the way you like to see Aurora playing. Very focused on the objectives and rotating fast enough for the enemies to not keep up.
This is the way. Demon Kite stole the orange from James Panks, so James Panks is starving right now. It's not like the Lucas is doing great anyways, it's just all the more worse for AP Bren.
Yeah, he's sitting on a 3-3-1 KDA. I think they've been more involved in the fights that have been happening across the map, but for majority of those fights, it's been Aurora winning them out. So I don't know if AP Bren still wants to contest this. They tried to go for an engage earlier. That was the Detona's welcome and the AOG follow-up. But once they commit everything in, it's so hard for them to escape.
For their own good, I don't think they should contest. And Aurora knows that. A blitz take here. While kick it on James Panks. Check in range. AOG!
Oh, they do not contest, but they still want to look for the kills. Yue will be the first to fall. And the rest of the members of AP Bren are trying to run away because Kekedot as well as James Panks are... But they can handle it. They can deal enough damage. And they take out 3 members for 2.
James Banks, he bumped into the wall. That's why he couldn't complete the kill there onto Demon Kite. But Aurora still got the Lord, and they can march forward with 2. With how much they can get, that's the biggest question, as the members of APBR will be a full 5-man in 3 seconds.
Again, none of us on desk ever said, hey, if James Banks can bite down on the 3 of them and kill them, that would be a comeback for APBR. They did just that. Again, it rings true. How do I know what I'm going to... How do you know what I'm going to do if I don't know what I'm going to do? From out of nowhere, James Banks found those kills.
Yeah, and it was there probably with the call to still engage nonetheless. That was another Daytona's welcome to engage, and
of you again coming in the clutch up to the lantern for the Granger, already up to a Sea Halberd. Yeah, that's why Chosco got blasted, man.
What's next? That an endless battle?
Yeah, it looks like an endless battle with the Ogre.
Disgusting. This is as good as a double poke lineup can get.
yeah,
You have the glorious pathway, you have the consistent body in Edward, and then here you go.
Oh no, Gekidot won't be able to cast the AOG. He already pressed it, but the damage was just too much from Aurora. They didn't let him go.
Yeah, this is one of the key signatures of Aurora, the Suyo Granger. Just play around strong burst in the gold in the jungle. And just make sure you supplement it well. In game number 1, if James Banks and Shizo were the highlight, now it's the Kite brothers, continuing the storyline between the 2 jungle gold combos. But will Aurora slip just like they did in the previous game? Or will AP Bren just concede and then eventually be forced into a game number 3?
It would be a shame if Aurora drops this lead here. It's a strong 5,000 gold as they start up the Lord. Lord now down to 4/5 of its health. Kekidot in range. So are James Banks, Shizo, and Chovskirt alongside Der, who does have his flicker online. All battle spells up, actually.
That hurt.
Oh, they got her back.
That's half HP for Der.
Yeah, don't commit this. Kekidot, just give up this Lord. It's fine. You can defend.
I mean, Renjay also still has the glorious pathway, so they have a lot of things to consider, and they will just opt to defend.
All of Aurora's turrets still standing. AP Bren have barely crossed the river.
And in 12 minutes 45, it's 236 stacks already onto you. It's not going to be an easy defense for AP Bren. Again, up against the Sicilian Granger combination, with how much it takes to take down Edward, who just built up the Athena shield as well.
Yeah.
It might be endable for Aurora. AP Bren just really needs to look into clearing up all the minion waves.
Yep. Here goes the Lord in the middle lane. Glorious pathway already used as well, but there flickers in. They decide to take the battle out of the turret. Shizu though unfortunately falls, and Domenkite now gets a double kill. The Lord is still up as well, and 3 members are down for AP Bren. This is definitely it for Aurora, for the lights, and they will bring us to a game number 3.
We're going all the way as Aurora even the score 1-1.
After a week where we saw a lot of 2-0 results, it's very refreshing to see the very first day of week number 2 to go both into 3 games. And this time AP Bren, though, felt the wrath of